Please help support the channel by visiting our Amazon store, affiliate link below. Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is the Mundane Matt channel, and over the course of the past few years, I'm gonna say 5 years, especially with the internet as it is right now, we've seen this huge, absolute huge push trying to claim that only men can be sexist, and that everything's the fault of the patriarchy, and that men can never be objectified, men can never be discriminated against, the white people can't be, there's no racism against white people, all of these things that have come out. And it's one of those, it's an odd thing to kind of discuss, because when you look at it as a whole, you're like, who in their right mind would legitimately think this sort of thing? And a lot of people out there do. And so when a celebrity or someone in the public eye comes out and challenges that narrative, they are usually torn down in multiple ways. We've seen this with Shailene Woodley and Katy Perry and Kaylee Cuoco. When they've come out and they've said, I'm not a feminist, they are browbeaten and shamed to the point of, like, if you're like Katy Perry, you literally go on an apology tour to make up for everything because you're so afraid of offending the snowflakes. But then when you get a male celebrity that comes out and comments on men can be be objectified, and that sexism can impact men as well, you get a big blowback, like it did happen with Kit Harrington last year. But now that's kind of come full force, because he's now actually backtracked on his original statement, saying here, Kit Harrington says he was wrong to complain about sexism against men. No, Kit, you weren't. You legitimately weren't. Sexism, like racism or discrimination or prejudice or intolerance or any of those things that are negative and have no place in society, can happen and affect anyone of any gender, of any religion, of anything. It doesn't matter. Anyone can be a victim of these sort of things. It's only social justice warriors that try, and radical modern third wave feminists, and now it's kind of permeating down, not even to the radical, just the modern, that try to make these claims that men cannot be victimized, that men cannot be, people can't be sexist against men. And he came out and he made the claim, which is a good, bold claim to have a very popular male celebrity coming out on the biggest show on the planet, basically like the lead most recently of the most popular show on the planet, coming in making these claims. And then, of course, here it is a while back, a while later, and he kind of recants those statements, saying here, Kit Harrington is having second thoughts about complaining about sexism against men. Well, he shouldn't, but you know that there was a huge backlash involved with that. Saying here that the Game of Thrones star told The Guardian that he regrets telling Sunday Times magazine last year that there's sexism that happens towards men. The comments to the Times were in context of the actor saying he felt demeaned when he was asked to take off his shirt. Yeah, that's objectification. That can be, in some respects, sexism, because certain men are pushed to look a certain way in order to get certain jobs or order to get certain things. You know what I mean? It happens with women too. It's like Jennifer Lawrence comes out and she says, oh, they told me to lose 15 pounds, and everyone, dabs their eye because they're shedding tears. But you have a male come out and say they wanted me to lose 15 pounds and gain all this muscle and work out for 6 months. And everyone's like, yeah, but you look great afterward. Even though that the emotional, physical stress of that type of workout routine might have an impact, a greater, longer lasting impact on the male body. No. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. That's the whole issue here. And you can sit there and go, but Matt, you're being an MRA right now. If you're asking if I'm advocating for equality when it comes to sexism and how this kind of objectification does impact both sexes, the answer is yes, fine. Go ahead and call me that. I'm totally okay with that. Because this is a situation that legitimately calls for it. There is nothing wrong with what Kit Harrington said, but he does clarify his statement there by going, I was wrong here, though. Sexism against men is not something I should have really said. What I meant to say was being objectified. At the time, I did feel objectified, and now I've learned how to control that. Now, that particular that statement to me is interesting. Okay, I know it's not sexism against men. I was being objectified, which in no way is sexism against men. But I've learned to control my feelings on it now. I've controlled how I think about that. Did you get the chip implanted, dude? Like, what kind of thing is that? Were you just browbeaten by Emilia Clarke on the last season of freaking Game of Thrones because you guys had a lot of scenes together finally? Like, any other feminist that was there was just like, Jon Snow, you know nothing. about feminism, and I'm going to teach you. You know, Maisie Williams like beating you over the head with a stick the entire time. Like, what the hell, man? What kind of nonsense is that? He does explain, though, that he has learned to avoid demeaning situations by just shutting it down. Look, I do think men can get objectified. I do feel that I've been objectified in the past, sexually as well, in pieces that have been written about me. Then say that, but don't try to downplay it, though. That's the whole problem. It's like, if you feel you're the victim here, if you feel that this is a situation that you've been victimized in or objectified in, call it what it is. Fine, do it. But don't hide from it. Don't make the claim and then try to, fall back. Like, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way at all. The actor pointed out that he doesn't feel that his situation is comparable to what women face in light of numerous allegations. Yeah, see, exactly. It's all Harvey Weinstein's situation because of numerous allegations against Harvey Weinstein. This is the whole thing right here. This is the backtrack. This is the backtrack. You're seeing this now from the male side of Hollywood, that they don't want to come across as being in league with Harvey Weinstein. Dude, no one else in Hollywood, with the exception of Toback and maybe a few others, were anywhere near as bad as Weinstein. All right, like, that's the whole situation here, is like, just because that happened doesn't discount what happened to you. Right? So don't try to act like it does. This is the thing. This is the kowtow that's happening. This is the, oh no situation as a result of the potential witch hunt that has happened in the wake of Harvey Weinstein. This is a problem. This shouldn't be happening. This is the world we live in. Unfortunately, goddamn. But it finishes up here by saying, has it made me feel uncomfortable in the past? Yes. Do I think my position is the same as a woman in society? No. They're very different things, and I should have separated them. I was wrong. You're human. They're human. You're a person. They're people. Why are you separating them? Why the segregation? Why the difference? Why the push for that? Because that's what modern feminism does. They teach you to segregate yourself. They teach you to push yourself to the other side of the room and never actually talk about combined or shared experiences that would bring you together as a whole. It's all about just the rest of it. Oh, no, no, no. One's up here, one's down here. Get off a fucking pedestal, dude. It's just ridiculous that he can come out and make those claims and be absolutely, utterly right about that. And then in the wake of a horrific monster like Harvey Weinstein getting caught or getting finally outed, he feels the need to kowtow, bend the knee, if you will, to feminism, and just so he comes across as one of the good guys. Dude, you've done nothing wrong. Don't apologize for something you've never done. Don't apologize for how you feel. Don't apologize for what's happened to you. All that does is make it harder for any other men in the industry that have in fact been victimized, that have in fact been objectified. And trust me, it happens. Look at James Vanderbeek or Terry Crews, right? Those are two recent examples of people coming out and talking about those situations. And I guarantee you, there are a lot more. There are a lot more. And those people will never talk. They will never talk because they will never get the same kind of attention, the same kind of support that actresses have gotten and women in Hollywood have gotten as a result of this. They'll never get it. That's just the truth. They'll just never get it. And they won't ever get it when you are going out there talking about your experiences and then apologizing for them later on. That is the problem with this witch hunt scenario we find ourselves in. That is a problem with radical modern feminism. And that is why people just need to realize that you're not different from the person next to you. Yes, you might have a chromosome off. Yes, you might have different melanin in your skin, right? You might have different hair or different eyes, but deep down you have a brain, 2 eyes, a heart, 2 lungs, 2 feet, 10 fingers, 10 toes. You're pretty much the same, minus minuscule details that are used to separate versus just ignoring them and going like, hey, you're human, I'm a human too. All right, cool, man. Let's talk about our human experience. But no, you have to sit there and apologize for it because you're afraid of the backlash if you don't. Hey guys, that wraps up this video. If you'd like to leave a comment, please do so below. I love to read your guys' input. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button. It really does help me in the YouTube algorithm. If you want to support the channel, there's the Amazon affiliate store, there's PayPal, there's Patreon, there's Bitcoin. And if you're bored and you want something else to watch, check out 3 Buck Theater up here. My name is Matt Jarbo. I will talk to you guys later. Have yourself a wonderful day. Peace out.